Good morning, Ms. Furlow. Ma'am, you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to 6 months.
Banging on someone's car, shouting threats, and trying to open the door isn't just anger. It could be considered a misdemeanor for making terroristic threats. It all comes down to whether the victim truly feared for their safety. Think about it. If this happened to you, would you feel safe?
Under a $2,000 fine, we are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. Okay. Officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, in response to a disturbance. The complainant stated they were in their car and backing out of their driveway when the defendant parked behind them. The defendant then got out of her car and started banging on the complainant's vehicle while shouting obscenities and threats. The defendant also tried to get...
She's running a fleet company, yet now she's facing criminal charges. This isn't just a personal issue. It could seriously impact her career. Losing the ability to manage drivers or maintain proper insurance could have major consequences. Business and the law don't mix well in situations like this.
The complainant's vehicle. Specifically, the defendant stated she was going to whoop their ass, and the complainant stated they were in fear for their lives during the incident. The officers discovered the defendant is a coworker of one of the complainant's family members.
Owner, boss.
So the threat is what?
The threat is she was banging on the door and said, "I'll whoop your ass."
I have it on camera.
Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. Okay?
Right.
What do you do for a living, ma'am?
I own a fleet company, 3 trucks, and they're my drivers for the road, my OTR drivers.
Okay.
So they just basically stole my vehicles.
We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign and reset. We'll have you take a seat in the jury.
BAC of 0.106, well over the legal limit of 0.08, could completely derail his future. He's studying architecture in college, and most licensing boards have strict policies against DUIs. This one decision could either shape or destroy his entire career path.
We'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. When you come back, please have a lawyer, okay?
But I move out of state next month, so I just talked to my
We'll have you sign a reset, and then we'll just take a seat while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign the bond conditions, and then you'll be free to go. Okay? Please. You're Jalen Washington. Mr. Washington, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On November 7th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's motor vehicle after observing it driving with an expired registration as of July 2024 and failing to maintain a single lane, with both left tires crossing over the white marked lanes and the defendant's vehicle failing to signal a lane change. The defendant was the driver of the motor vehicle, and upon contact, the officer observed him with a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, glossy eyes, swayed balance, slurred speech, and the defendant was slow to answer questions at times. The defendant admitted to drinking, and standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 2 out of 4. The DIC was read, and the defendant consented to breath. The results were .106 and .106.
Listed T's in both cup holders. That's not just drinking. That's drinking in plain sight. She's not only suspected of DUI, she's allegedly been drinking while driving. That kind of recklessness takes the situation to a whole new level.
Mr. Washington, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. How old are you, sir? What do you do for a living?
Currently, I work at FedEx, but I'm in college.
You're currently enrolled in college? Great. Where do you go?
PV. Sorry.
Okay. What are you studying?
Architecture, civil engineering.
Fantastic. Great. It's a big hiccup, man. This can really affect you. You know, anytime you want to get licensed to be an architect, you got to be licensed. All this. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You're not allowed to smoke any marijuana. I'm going to test you. If I find that you continue to use, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? I'm not asking much. I'm just asking to stay clean. That's it. Do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
But I'll have a vehicle.
Do you see if he has a license? Any prior DWIs as well?
There are no priors, Your Honor. I'll run his license right now.
You don't have insurance in your name, then you're not allowed to drive any vehicle. You have to have insurance for, I don't care what car you're driving, unless you have insurance on whatever car you're driving, then you may not drive. And don't come up here and tell me, well, the car has insurance. No. People get insured. Do you understand?
Your Honor, he's eligible.
Okay. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer? You're going to go hire a lawyer? Okay. If you have any issues, if you want me to appoint your lawyer, just come back, tell me, and I'm happy to do it. You know, I mean, money that you have, I'd rather you spend it on school. Are you sure? You don't want an appointed lawyer?
I'll make a phone call to you. Yes.
Okay. Got to understand that if you're going to hire a lawyer, there's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI. Don't sit and wait a month, 2 months, 3 weeks because you're hurting yourself. Got to do it like lickety split. Do you understand? Okay. Like I said, you ever have any issues, come back, talk to us, and we can appoint your lawyer. Okay. For sure. So I'll have you sign a wreath of Victoria. We'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions. If you have a change of heart, just come back.
Yes.
You know? Okay. Danielle Free. Miss Free, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you now. Okay.
On November 6, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's motor vehicle after observing it speeding 55 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour zone in the 7800 block of Spencer Highway. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer detected an odor of an alcoholic beverage on the defendant's breath, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, and one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant admitted to drinking and to taking prescription muscle relaxers on occasion. The officer located a case of twisted teas in the defendant's motor vehicle with 2 open cans of twisted, one in each cup holder. And
So consuming while driving?
there were 2 open cans in the cup holders, yes, Your Honor. And DICs were read, and the defendant consented to blood.
Ms. Free, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now ordering you not to drive. Do you understand? You are not allowed to drive any vehicle whatsoever for any reason. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you do, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You will be randomly tested if you consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. Likewise, you will go to jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? Any prior DWIs, Alex?
No, Your Honor.
Any prior criminal history at all?
She has a prior racing on a highway that was dismissed earlier this year.
What do you do for a living, Ms. Free? Why?
I just graduated nursing school, so I was a CNA and caregiver in an independent care facility. But right now I help take care of my great grandma, so it's just a lot at once.
So how do you support yourself? How do you eat?
I live with my grandparents and I help them take care of her. She can't take care of herself. She has dementia and a mental disorder.
I'll fill out an application for you. I need to know everything about you, how much money you make, what kind of car you drive, any source of income that you have, money in the bank, stocks, bonds, IRAs. I'll have you fill out an application, but I need to know everything about you. Don't just put zeros because I'm going to send it right back to you.
Yes.
Do you understand? And I'll see whether you qualify. Above all else, do not drive. Do you understand? There's no justification that you can give for getting in a car. Likewise, don't consume alcohol or drugs. If you have a problem, you better address it, because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you. Promise you're not going to like the way that I do it.
Yes.
You understand? Okay. Do you mind giving me an application, please? Morning, Mr. Singleton.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing great. You know, it's Thursday, Friday Eve. Ready for the weekend, you know?
Yes, sir.
So,
See, you have the decorations.
thanks. Well, it's all them.
Yes, sir.
Your lawyer has asked for me, or is asking for a bond reduction in your case, but, my concern, and I guess my very, very primary concern is public safety. You've got a lot of serious charges. And from what I see, your bond is now at around 200,000. You've got 2 open aggravated assault cases and you got an assault of a family member with us. Our bond is set at 5,002. What did you guys want?
He was possibly looking for a PR bond due to the fact that his other 2 cases are extremely high. We believe that he should be able to bond out on that. We have been talks. He has been in talks with some family members regarding possibly coming up with money for the other 2 bonds, but reducing it here could possibly help him out regarding the overall amount that he will have to come up with.
Well, so my concern is it looks like in September, he had an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon dismissed, right?
I believe that case got filed twice, and they.
So what's going on with the cases upstairs? And is it the same complaining witness as our case?
There's two complaining witnesses on those cases, Judge, and it looks as though it's a different complainant with us.
Is there a weapon involved? Is it a shooting?
On the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, Judge, so in the felony cases, there's 2 weapons involved, a machete and a gun, a 9mm handgun.
Does he shoot at them? Does he shoot?
At them. So the state would be opposed to lowering bond, Judge, given the severity and the propensity to violence that felony cases also show.
Oh, I think I remember this case. It's about a neighbor, and it's either about like a fence or it's about some bushes or something, right?
So the state's concern is community safety, Judge. So for those reasons, we would be opposed to lowering his bond.
Even if it's not going totally to a PR, if it's possible to do 2,500, that was great.
I don't know. I mean, we gave you a PR bond in this case. I let you out, right? And then you go out, you allegedly have these now 2 aggravated assault cases where in one, you point a gun at someone.
Shoot them in the head.
And if I remember, it's something so trivial over. Don't talk about the cases though, because I don't want you to.
I wouldn't incriminate myself or anything, but I live by truth, sir. And these people stole stuff from me.
No.
But Mr. Singleton,
Not that.
but there's a certain way when someone takes something from you. There's a certain way that you got to act.
I'm the one
You know?
that called the police, Your Honor.
And that may be so, but there's still a certain way to act, right? And if you.
Washington?
Refresh my memory because I just don't remember it.
I can read.
Yeah, go for it. Just a brief synopsis.
On or about September 7th, 2024, complainant Sarver when he was awoken by the defendant knocking on the window with a 9mm handgun. The defendant then pointed the gun at complainant Sarver and demanded that the complainant get out of the car. When complainant Sarver got out of the car, the defendant stated that he would shoot the complainant in the head. Complainant Sarver advised that prior to coming home from work and having his incident with the defendant, the complainant too was also involved in an altercation with the defendant earlier in the night. The second complainant stated that an altercation arose between him and the defendant, which resulted in the defendant punching the second complainant in the face, causing him pain. The second complainant